The Seahawks were the most penalized team in the NFL last year, more than 9 a game, and now they've got 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson, and he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hey. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Going deep here for Landry. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this 1st quarter. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout. Here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Mixon. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. If you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Mahomes now on first down. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hauschka with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build on. That's what they're looking for here. Austin's got it left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Here we go.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey. Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Hey, 80's yours. 80's yours.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there. And it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Slow.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. He was looking for Landry that time.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Bortles to throw on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And it's caught by Saleh. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. To throw, it's Bortles. Throw for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And it'll be third down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And Crosby puts it through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. unable to find anyone open.
Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here we go now.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. Jarvis Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. Hausch adds the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is taken at the 3. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Bortles. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Here we go. 73.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throw left side taken in by Miller. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Again, it's Mixon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Rams on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Bortles. The catch made by Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 yards there at a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Myles Garrett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here we go now.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Sam Cook now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Austin. And spins away. Now, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Green 90. Green 90.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. and just lost track, and it cost him.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career. And he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Macklin. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. This is Miller, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mixon finding some room at midfield. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Crosby on now to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Here we go. Blue 45.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Dante Fowler in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 3rd down, Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to look deep now for Landry. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Slow.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Dontari Poe in on the stop. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here comes the Rams punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Well, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, a member of the all-rookie team a year ago, there to knock it away. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Oh, wow, I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Back to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Z.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Let's go.
They'll run here with Mixon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball is the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go. Green 90.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Room to run past midfield. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. That's out to his running back, Michelle. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
He's back to throw. And Matthews has it right side. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw, Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. Landry, the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some guys were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go out.